Hey, yo, what's up? This is Ice-T representing for Hype Magazine. Stop playing.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Doby, and today we're going to have some fun because we got Taronda Jones in the house. You might remember her from Empire, the Steve Harvey show. She was on some cop show. I refuse to say the names of cop shows. Yeah. Oh, you did
We
a
got beef.
you just
We
one
got beef.
episode. You just did one episode. It was just one episode. It was just one episode. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, you guys probably heard of her when she blasted off when Lifestyle Mag had her at the top of the list in 2016 for the cleavage battle on the red carpet, but they neglected to say that she's an extremely talented rapper. She's an extremely talented actor and actress, and she's got a little foundation registration thing going on from the hood or something like that. We're gonna talk about that for a second. But right now, you know, internet dating is the thing. Relationships are the thing. Taronda is now the host of the Never Ever Met. Now, these people have been dating on the internet, some of them for years, and have never ever met. Taronda is now the host of the show that's going to bring everybody together in real life under the same roof at the same time. Taronda, welcome, though. You already know, huh?
What's up, Jerry? First of all, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I am a client. I'm warning you. I gotta know. You've done all these serious roles, Empire series, Steve Harvey show. That's another level. But to bring a bunch of people who've never met, that had a digital romantic life, to bring them together in the flesh. When you saw the treatment and the pitch, what was your immediate reaction?
I thought it was a little crazy. I thought it was a little absurd at first. I think the first thing I saw with one of the couples, they dated for 12 years, but they had never met each other in person. 12 years. I can't touch you. I can't kiss you. I can't hug you. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
I said, count me in, because I like crazy. Give me a challenge.
That's wild. So as the host, not only are you giving advice and setting out tasks and describing what's going on in each episode, you kind of become a mentor somehow, some way. Talk to me about that challenge just a little bit.
I think I'm one of the most understanding people on earth, considering all the stuff we got going on with social media, being a big part of our lives. I think I'm still a realist, right? A lot of us are a bit delusional, which is fine. It's totally fine. But a lot of us tend to stray off into Delulu land, and we don't know how to get grounded and come back. I think I'm one of those people who still exist in the world a little bit, who still got a little sense. And being able to be a little bit neutral when it comes to both sides and being understanding of all the counterparts who played a part in this series. It's different. It was different. You know what I mean? Can you remember the first time you met somebody in person? You say, hey, we're going to have a meeting, and the chemistry is either there or it's not. Because if I'm dating somebody, the first thing I want to know, do your breath stink?
Yeah.
What you smell like? What your toes looking like? Your fingernails, are they dirty? Are they clean? I'm like, appearance is a real big thing for me. So to be dating somebody that long without actually physically being involved, it's a little absurd. But it was a great experience, also eye-opening, because dating online is a big thing for everybody today. Again, we live in that Delulu land. There's no real commitment when you're dating somebody virtually. I can still go on about my life. There's no real standard. All I got to do is tell you, you look beautiful, you look amazing, I support you, yay. but to actually put in work, nobody really want to do that. So I commend all the folks who came on and actually, put their business out and being vulnerable for television. It was an experience for sure, even for myself. I learned a lot from them, like what to do, what not to do when it comes to dating. So I learned a lot.
Look, 7 couples, 14 people, 14 personalities. And if any of them were Gemini, that's 32 each.
We definitely had a Gemini. We definitely had a Gemini.
That unique experience, being Gemini myself, I know there's 32 of me. We have conversations going, we never get any rest. So I can only imagine what it was like being in a house full of 7 other couples with the various situations. I'll just put it that way.
It's just on HBO Max.
Okay. All right, so they never ever fits.
Gemini coming out.
I can only imagine as you sit back and watch the evolution of these relationships as they become, how they call it, terrestrial, we talk about, like, what kind of gymnastics does your mental have to go through to keep up with what's going on? And I know there's a lot of production stop and start and all that good stuff, but like on the real, when you get an opportunity to absorb it and let it marinate, how does this pull at you? What you said you learned a lot about yourself. Besides wanting to know if somebody, has gator feet, what was one of the things that that you learned from these couples without, giving us like a spoiler, but
I think when anybody, this is for anybody, when anybody is dating, right, we tend to have blinders on. We call it the honeymoon phase, where we're just so, oh, I'm in love. And there are so many signs that that woman or that man may be showing you in the beginning, but because you're in Delulu, again, we're in Delulu land, we miss them. I think I've learned to just take the blinders off, because we all do it. But watching all these couples and all their relationships play out, I knew who was up to no good. I knew who was serious. I knew who meant serious business, because my blinders weren't on. I'm not dating these people, but I see it. And it made me realize, like, hey, I think a lot of, because like the 12-year relationship, they've dated for 12 years. You mean to tell me you didn't see all of this? Or the couple who dated for 5 years, you mean to tell me you didn't see this? It's teaching me to take the blinders off. Now, of course, I'm one of those people, I love to give people grace. I know how to extend grace. But I think when we're so focused on just trying to be in love and we just settling for anything, also taught me not to settle, watching them. Not that I was that person anyway, but it's just watching them, it made me say, hey, you know what? We tend to keep the blinders on, but we choose what we want to see and what we don't want to see. That person gonna tell you everything you need to know about them. You just gotta really listen and pay attention. People gonna tell themselves. They were telling on themselves.
Yeah. Well, I've been married for 20 years to the same.
Oh, bless you.
So
what's the secret?
My secret, when she's right, she's right. When I'm not wrong, she's right. And I don't say anything. I'm the passive aggressive. I'm retired military, so I'm like really passive aggressive.
Oh,
I just stop talking and I disengage. So that's how it gives me time to think about it in a human level rather than animalistic sense. So that's my secret. And then she's very patient. Life has tried that BS, but we're still here 20 years later.
Good.
So I was excited when I heard about this. I'm like, the never ever mets. So we're talking about the 12-year couple is Josh and Shay.
Yeah.
They've been texting, FaceTiming, and everything in between. I'm presuming that there's a emotional surge when they finally do meet, and nothing can really hold them back. And
they were my favorite.
They're your favorite couple?
They were my favorites, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And then another highlight seems to be Sandia and Chris. the guy from Haitian, the international love affair. I see the look. You dropped the eyes and the glasses. I got it.
Amazing. Amazing.
I'm sorry. I'll be feeling ignorant right now. I would like to know what was the most fun, aside from doing the evaluations and the analysis and going through the production part. What was really the most fun for you?
I think engaging in all the activities and seeing who actually had a real connection. You know what I mean? We had some really great activities. I couldn't wait to bring them home with me. Okay.
No.
Back to Chicago. This is
Not okay.
amazing.
No, okay.
Just literally engaging in the activities. There were some great activities. Also, I think because we're so disconnected as a people right now, because everything is virtual, so we don't really have a way to really connect for real. And I think the activities allowed these couples to really connect, to really engage with one another. And I recommend when people see this show, they try it, because your marriage might last a little longer if you watch it close enough and get you some pointers off of there, married man.
Look, I have fun.
Okay, you spontaneous. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think they've got a great person, someone you've got a wealth of experience in entertainment, you've got a compassionate approach, and you've got a unique perspective that this show, I'm sure, benefited each couple as they explored their relationships in a safe and supportive environment. I think that's one of the keys that, sometimes meeting someone offline in an uncontrolled situation. We're talking about the young lady who met the young guy who's now on trial for, having a situation like this, a safe situation where these people can meet. And if somebody was, BSing online, they couldn't hide it for long.
Yeah.
In a safe and supportive space. So, most important takeaway do you think that you got from this process?
Patience. And not just while dating, but just with people in general.
Mm-hmm.
I think after the pandemic, a lot of us, we get a little loosey. We got a little loosey. And I think we all lacked patience after the pandemic. Because again, we disconnected for a year or two. And now coming back into the world, we're slowly getting back there, but I feel like there's a huge disconnect. And because it's a huge disconnect, if you look on the internet, everybody talking about cutting off everybody. Oh, if you didn't get invited, don't go. If they invited you at the last minute, you would never. No. Everybody, we all got a lot going on. Sometimes I forget. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I forget. I forget to extend the invitation. It's not because I didn't want you to go. I just forgot. I think a lot of us, we lack patience with one another. To cut somebody off because they made a mistake. Nobody gave us a manual on how to be a good friend, a good brother, a good boyfriend, husband, nothing. This life is literally trial and error. We learning as we go. And I'm not just saying accept anything, but we're learning as we go. It's all trial and error, and we learn from our experience. Now, if you just out here jacking around after doing the same repetitive thing over and over, and you just out here being a terrible person, then yeah, bye. But if somebody's just out here trying to figure it out, I'm finding my way. I'm trying to figure it out. Don't crucify me. But patience. We all need to learn patience, not just with your spouse, your couple, just with people in general. And I learned a lot through these couples.
Speaking of patience, did you notice, and not that you had a stopwatch on, but did you notice maybe an average time length where they started to go, I'm really here, I'm really doing this? Was it a day, a few hours?
I think it was all the time. When you're in a new environment or when you're doing something new, it's always in the back of your head. And I like to think I'm a great reader when it comes to reading people. But I think everybody was a little scared, intimidated. Again, I'm putting my personal business out for the world to see. Some of them were mindful, but then some of them was like, whatever, I'm here. Even if it's for 10 seconds, look at me. I made it. I made it, mama. So like I said, I could tell who was jacking around. I could tell who was genuinely there for the experience.
Okay, who's there for the show? And
I can't tell you.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Beautiful work in the background, by the way.
Thank you. These are all the women who inspire me musically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, we definitely have to come on a different level.
Yeah.
I would love to explore that. All right, look, they're exploring love in the real world. They coming out to cartoons in the real life. You know what I mean? Some of them gonna be Pepe Le Pew. Some of them gonna be, you know, Mr. Suave and Debonair. They're supposed to do. But she already indicated that there's some BS in the air. It's gonna be some fun. It's a full adventure, and we get to vicariously participate on OWN and HBO Max.
There you go, Jerry.
So ET and PT. They gonna get me twice. They gonna get me twice. I love it. Taronda Jones, amazing personality, multifaceted. Go check her out on IMDb and see what she's put in, the kind of work that she's put in. Don't worry about Wikipedia. Go to IMDb. I promise you get a better quality level of information. She's amazing. See what she brings to the table. I know there's some acting skills in maintaining a straight face at some of these things during on-camera time, and her professionalism may have been tested to its limits at some point. But we not gonna accuse you, but I just know it's a reality. 7 couples, 7.
Chicago came out of me a couple times. It's okay though. It's all right.
Hey, it's all good though. We human. Is there anything you wanted to cover that I may have missed about this new relationship adventure series, The Never Ever Mets?
I think we got it. I'm just super excited for the world to see and learn. It's definitely a learning experience.
Okay. I'm excited to see. I'm really going to dig in so that when we do have our next conversation, you can ask me, what did I learn?
It's gonna be patience. I mean, you say you already have it with your wife. You know, they say happy life, happy wife. So you're right.
Yeah.
She's right. You're wrong.
I just learned to be quiet.
That's it.
And she has earned the right to be difficult with me from time to time. And therefore, I'm a Gemini. I told you, 32 of us. So I get wild. Take your time. So let's have some fun. Let's see who was real. Let's see who was there on some BS. And let's have some fun and watch Taronda's reactions throughout. The Never Ever Mets. 8 p.m. Eastern Time and Pacific on OWN and HBO Max. Taronda Jones. And go check out her music. She's got some lyrical missiles that she puts down. We'll talk about it another time. The Never Ever Mets. Glad to have met you.
Likewise.
Till next time.
As an artist, we should reflect the time.
Why you so talented?
Cause I'm black.
Why you so amazing?
Cause I'm black.
It's really important that we build characters so that people understand their story matters.
2 Chainz and I both are just really into good food.
And when you know you are royalty, you will only aim in life to be royalty.
We're doing it right now. I don't give a damn what they say about me. Yes, I called your ass out. I know I shouldn't be saying this kind of.
Shout out the Hype Magazine Network.
Shout out to the Hype Magazine Network.